Professor Ernst Pernitzka. He tests ancient metal to discover where it has come from. He had long nurtured doubts about the origins of the disc.
I knew scientifically it was unique, it was very interesting, it was a sensation. But when Harald Meller and I myself sat together, we thought about various aspects of the disc, like the boat. The questions come by themselves. Of course, you want to know if the disc came as a souvenir from the Mediterranean. But to know this, it is important to know where the metal comes from.
So Pernitzka's task was to determine if the disc was actually made from European or Mediterranean metal ore. "500 meters inside this mountain, deep in the Austrian Alps, an expert guide eventually led him to the remains of Bronze Age copper mines.
It is important to try to come as close to the spots, to the locations where the ancient miners actually obtained their ore. This is the material that we can compare with the copper that was found in Nebra.
But would this metal match the metal of the star disk? Back in Professor Pernitzka's lab, the origins of the Nebra disc could finally be revealed by a scientific analysis. Copper contains a unique fingerprint by which it can be identified. This fingerprint is based on something called lead isotopes. These are radioactive atoms, and they vary from location to location around the world. Professor Pernitzka now used a mass spectrometer to identify the different fingerprints for ores from the Mediterranean and Europe. He then had to compare them with a tiny chip from the disc. First, he registered the fingerprint of the Mediterranean copper.
The Aegean would plot here, and Cyprus would plot here.
Then he marked where the fingerprint of the copper from the Alps came out.
The question is, where does the Nebra disc plot? Does it plot here or here? And the result is, it plots right up here.
The fingerprint of the sky disk was the same as the fingerprint of the metal from the very heart of Europe.